First aid kits. So some families, some households don't have at least one. Some people do have one. My personal recommendation, and again, this is just my humble opinion, is I think you should have four. And the reason being, and I speak from experience doing security investigations and being an executive protection agent, is let's say you have one, or actually you have two, and one of them, you've used it up so much and you forgot to do an inventory and you have to order more supplies to stuff that in. So in the case of that, and considering now these days, a lot of things are on back order, you have a backup first aid kit to help you get through the next few weeks. God forbid if something were to happen, you can use it. It's readily available. So that's one of the reasons, or that's the main reason why I would have a backup first aid kit that's has full inventory. When I did security investigations, executive protection, we had a pretty big bag, or we had big bags. It looked very much like an EMT type of bag. But I know people don't have access to those supplies like always. So what I did, well, I got this one from the American Red Cross. I bought a couple of these. These should hold. I mean, well, in my opinion, some may say otherwise, but this is a decent first aid kit from my experience. So I bought a couple of these. I also have another one that I bought from it was actually Johnson & Johnson, and I've stored that somewhere else at home. So with these first aid kits, I have at least two at home with the aforementioned reason, but also two, I have one in my car, and it would be a full inventory or that size of a first aid kit. The fourth one that I was talking about it's pretty much a small first aid kit. And I got this when I had to do a recertification for my CPR first aid certificate. And this was from Viper Care. And I'll open up. I used a couple of things in here, but you have all this stuff. You see gauzes, bandages. Whoop. Well, that's contaminated now, but that was only a cloth. But we have all these other items in here. Maybe not as fully stacked as the other first aid kits, but this should hold. In addition to a face shield, if you were to perform CPR on someone, I would put that in my quote-unquote bug-out bag, among other things such as emergency food. But this is the fourth first aid kit that I would have in my possession, along with the other three, which are two at home and one in the car. So these are just my thoughts on that and why I think that people should have four first aid kits, with one being a small one that you could put in a backpack or purse, whatever. You could easily bring that. But those are my thoughts.